Well, Jim, how frustrating was that today to dominate the ball as much as you did, but not get 3 points?
I don't think it's about a question of us dominating the ball. I think it's what you do with the ball, and I think there was a lack of quality in terms of how we approached the final third, and I think that was summed up really by two critical aspects: set plays and crosses.
I think that was key today. I mean, what was going wrong in those wide areas? The deliveries just weren't on the money, were they?
Well, you know, I mean, we've worked. It's been an important part of our strategies. And we've got players who take too many touches, but when they do deliver, they're not delivering the right areas with the right technique. And I think it was probably summed up by Daz's opportunity in the first half to play the near post for Frank, which went straight to the keeper, and then Frank does exactly the same second half. So players are not sometimes like, the forwards are like that a little bit. They kind of like do what they feel, and they're quite impulsive and they're quite creative and they do what they feel, but they don't realise that some of the stuff that we do in training makes it better opportunities for the players. I think what was more worrying in certain aspects is the willingness to get on the ball and actually get into crossing positions and cross balls early with good intensity. But that was, like I said, indicative of the play.
It was a high tempo start. You must have been pleased with the opening 15-20 minutes or so.
No, I mean, obviously, you know, credit to Hereford. They've come with a game plan. They've had to get lots of new bodies in. You know, when your keeper gets knocked out, you lose one of your influential midfielders to stitches, and then they've obviously. I think they've lost Hall. I'm not sure what happened with Hall. So they've put 3 debutants in. So their manager will be really pleased. He's obviously got a strategy to kind of protect themselves and try and contain, and then work off something like a counter-attack or a break or a set play. And you know, again, I thought we were very naive second half, but it comes from a keeper kicking the ball out of play, and then a full-back heading the ball out of play, and then a centre forward buys a foul off, and then we don't defend across. Markers were poor, zonal players was poor. So when you get a catalogue of things like that, you're going to concede. And I think it was really an onus on us then to try and up the tempo and be aggressive and in a shape. You know, I can't use the expression that we refer to it, but you're playing basically just get a goal or concede. It doesn't really matter, you know. So we worked really hard to get back in the game, and but again we huffed and puffed without the real quality. And but we got something, and then I think that we tried to keep up the tempo, but I think a lot of energy would be expended, and I think in the end Hereford would have been disappointed if they'd lost the game.
I mean, you could see the frustration. They've got a line of 4 yellow shirts in front of them and then a line of 5 behind that. Is it a case that they just weren't cute enough maybe to break that down?
Well, no, it's not that. I mean, obviously, I think it's a dangerous game for Hereford because they'll come up against teams that'll be perhaps a little bit more direct or a bit crafty to get round them, but needs more stir. They obviously felt that there was the right strategy against us. The onus was on us. If you can't go over them, can you go through them? Can you go round them? And I think we got ourselves in positions where we could have gone through them. I think second half we did a little bit more getting behind them, but it's all about really the quality of your front three, their movement to get on the ball in pockets, the counter movements to try and get in behind, and when they do get on the ball to actually attack the full back or attack the centre half inside and get crosses in. And in that sense I was a little bit disappointed with their roles after all the work we've done this week.
I know you'd be disappointed not to have got 3 points today, but it's 2 draws and 3 wins in your last 5 fixtures, so there is still that momentum, which is important going into that cup tie next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, obviously to get something out of the game, because like I said, our fans are so demanding at the moment. They expect a team that's down the bottom, that have not had any wins and in disarray, in their opinion, think that they're going to come here and give us 3 points. I knew Hereford would be a difficult task, manager getting there, trying to get his ideas across, bringing new players, and then coming here with a strategy to defend and try to, get something out of the game, and it nearly worked for them. But I've been a little bit disappointed with our attacking displays at home, and I think it's summed up with not scoring against Alfred and not scoring against Boston, and then because of that, giving the ball away and allowing them to come at you when you're a little bit open, allows them to get goals. And again, it could have cost us today. So that's where I think my biggest disappointment today was all the work we do in training. I haven't seen it there. Where we want crosses to go, where we want set plays to go, where we want people to run to. I haven't seen it. So I don't think today was a real measure of my work. And I'm disappointed that the players rehearse so well during the week, and then when it comes to the stage, something goes missing, and they don't deliver. And if you don't deliver, then you're not going to win games.
You sound quite hoarse today. Is that a reflection of how irritated you were at times?
No, it's a real. I mean, anybody who sits in the main stand will probably be sick of hearing me saying the same things to players. And then, for example, if a keeper keeps catching the ball from a corner, then I would expect my players to demand a little bit more from the player trying to block him. Or if the ball keeps going too long, I would expect my players to be running back, shouting across to the taker and say, look, deliver it in the right area. Yeah. They don't demand enough of each other. And then when I'm getting messages across, I'm having to say the same things over and over again, and I think to myself, is the message not going in, or are you just ignoring me? And then there's, that's my frustration, because the information I give them in training, even the information I gave them at half time about dealing with throw-ins down the line and getting yourself in good positions and making sure you get first contact of and they get a goal. So, but again, that's football. All you can do is instruct and give as much information as possible. How do you absorb it and apply it is up to them.
Appreciate your time. Thank you, Jim.
No problem.